As you can see, we take off and it's 98 foot above the ground to waypoint 1, but as we slowly carry on we go up to 272, 360, 367 feet on top of the hill, and then we start to descend on the way back. I can carry out any number of different actions at each waypoint: stop, turn the lights on and off, start recording, stop recording, stop, take a photograph, take a panorama. There are many actions you can do, and you save them within each waypoint. The aim of this video is to be able to fly to the far horizon and rise up to what will be above 400 feet, which is what I'm allowed to fly to. As the steep embankments go up, of course, you'll be actually getting higher and higher above the takeoff point, which is where the altitude is measured from. So I want to see how far up I have to fly to miss hitting the sides. As we take off now and fly, we are now just gently turning round as we cross over the reservoir and head for the other high side, just to try it out.
Your footsteps are forbidden, but with knowledge of your sin, you throw your love to all the streams.
We're now starting to climb up, and I am about level with where I'm stood across the other side of the reservoir. This is where a lot of walkers go, and it seems to be about another 200 or 300 feet up. So as the drone flies up, we can see the footpath below and where people walk, and as we approach we can see rocks on the top and so on, and to the left it's substantially higher.
Just to see what you will find, leaving nothing to interfere.
We're now approaching the summit. We can see it's quite rough there with a little bridge. We're on our way up, and hopefully we'll be able to see over the top. If I've judged it right, although the drone has sensors on that would stop it crashing directly into something, it's still a little bit of a guess, because when you set it to fly above ground on Google Earth, it can be as far as 30 feet out. Now we're up at the top and we're at the highest point where I'm flying over, and as we can see, we're now approaching, we're now a good 2 miles away from where we took off, and we now can just see appearing there the top reservoir. This is one that I would have to walk quite a way to be able to see, and we're heading towards it, where I want the drone to stop and take a photograph.
Or run through your fingers like dust.
Oh, it's better than I thought. My guesswork was good, and we're now approaching the reservoir itself, and in a moment or two the drone will stop and take a photograph. It will stop recording, take a photograph, and then start to record again and start on the return journey. This is better than I expected. We're about 60 feet above ground, a little less than I would like to have been, but nevertheless it's a good height above to be relative. There you are, it's stopped and it's taking a photograph, and now it's turning around and going the other way. I'm allowing the drone to gently turn round and film the landscape as it starts its downward journey. It's quite wild up top here, very wild, I should imagine, in the winter. This is where the farmer loses his sheep, and it takes him hours to gather them up on quad bikes, whereas with a drone you can search a lot faster. What we can see now is where the land to the right as I flew up is a lot higher. In fact, it's a good 70 or 80 feet. So I'll have to keep taking a bird's eye view as we turn round and start to return to where we took off from. We can now see the reservoir down there as we come to the hump in the hill. We're not too high at the moment. We're only about 40 feet above the ground. But there looks to be nothing in the way, so we should be fine at this without having to make any adjustments. Now we come over the crest of the hill and we start to fly down towards the far left of the reservoir. I'm to the right on the road which is raised up at the other side of the reservoir. I'm just out of shot at the moment, but I've set the waypoint so that we fly down to the bottom corner and go around a large curve and then head back for where I'm sat at the moment in the vehicle. Sometimes it's quite daunting flying over water, and a lot of people have accidents, and of course if your drone drops you're into the water and you'll never get it back. Now we're flying across the far left, and I'm still out of sight at the moment. I'm up there in my chimney. We'll get over solid ground and then we'll start to fly towards it, ready to come in for a landing. I've got to say, the scenery around here is magnificent. I slowly start to come into shot now, up near the chimney. I'm in the centre of the frame, and we're flying at about 11 miles an hour back towards the chimney, ready to land. The wind's blowing against it a little. There I am, I'm becoming a little clearer. The drone follows its GPS signal to where I'm parked, and then it realigns itself to face the direction that it took off from. The GPS locates that, and then it automatically starts to land, as it's doing now. It hovers about a metre above, and then it lands onto the pad.